Hi everyone, welcome back to Brian's Business World. Today we're going to be talking about risk. In particular, there's three topics that I'd like to cover in today's video. First of all, what is the definition of risk? A usable, practical definition that everybody can get their arms around and understand. Second, what risk is not, or rather what is recklessness. So defining how recklessness is different than risk. And third, who is the concept of risk being applied to? In other words, what individual groups or populations is the concept of risk being applied to? So let's start off with definitions. First of all, what is risk? Risk is, with reasonable planning, the likelihood that something will not go as planned or will not achieve the result that you had hoped for. So a couple key parts of that definition. One, there has to be reasonable planning and advanced thought, and a probability based on that it will not go as you had planned or had hoped. So very practical, I think easy to use definition for everybody here in terms of what is risk. Now, let's talk about what risk is not, aka recklessness. So what is recklessness? And how is it different than risk? So recklessness is essentially risk-taking without any advanced planning or forethought whatsoever. So how do you tell if something is reckless? There are many things in society, in business, in sports, in personal lives, everything like that, that recklessness is masquerading as quote-unquote risky behavior. It's very, very different. So what's the determining factor? Look at the behavior, look at the individuals, and ask, what is the advanced planning or advanced thought prior to this type of behavior? And if you can't find anything, and if the individuals involved can't tell you anything, then it is reckless. So there's a lot of recklessness that's out there masquerading as being risky or taking cool risks, and really it's just flatly stupid behavior. So that's what recklessness is, and I want to make that clear distinction here because a lot of things masquerade as risk when they're really just being reckless and foolish. Now, a third thing, when you hear people say, well, that's risky behavior or something is risky, who are they applying it to? Who is the individual population? Are they applying their definition of risk to people with experience and expertise in the field, or are they applying it to the population in general? For example, a lot of people would say climbing certain mountains is very, very risky. Are they applying that to experienced mountaineers with a lot of peaks under their belt, and the peak in question is of maybe moderate ability for someone with that advanced skill set and advanced experience set? Or are they just saying, okay, if a random person in the population goes and attempts this mountain, then that would be risky for them? And again, the actual amount of risk between those two populations, again, the experienced mountain climber and the average person with no mountain climbing experience, is extremely high, the amount of risk that each of those groups would be taking to climb this particular mountain. So again, some clear thinking concepts, and again, we always want to be thinking with maximal clarity about risk and important topics in business. We're going to do a whole series on this. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Check us out on YouTube, and look forward to speaking with you soon. Bye-bye.